there's a sound that only you can hear. It is the quiet click of a door closing at the end of a very long day. It is the sigh that finally escapes when no one is left to listen. It is the subtle, seismic shift in your entire being as the role you have played from morning until night is finally, carefully laid down. All day, you are the rock, the anchor, the calm in someone else's storm. You are the one with the answers, the steady hand, the reassuring voice. You hold worlds together. And then, in the silence of your own room, in the gentle darkness, you are faced with a profound and quiet question. What happens to the person who holds it all together when there is finally no one left to hold them? Where does that strength go to rest? This space, right here, is an answer to that question. It is a place to explore what it means to be held, to be supported, to finally give your own exhaustion the same gentle attention you give to everyone else's. There is nothing for you to fix here. No one for you to be strong for. You have done enough. You have been enough. And now, it is time to simply be. Let your journey inward begin with the simple, profound reality of your own body. Feel, for the first time today perhaps, the actual weight of your head on the pillow. Notice how the pillow doesn't ask for anything in return. It simply receives. It cradles. It supports. Allow the muscles in your neck and shoulders to understand this. They have been holding your head up all day, a posture of alertness, of readiness, but they don't have to anymore. Let the pillow take the weight. Let it do the work. Feel that small, initial wave of release as you surrender this one simple burden. Now, bring your awareness to your shoulders. Think of them as the place where you've carried the invisible weight of other people's worries, their expectations, their needs. Throughout the day, they have likely crept up towards your ears, braced for the next problem to solve, the next fire to put out. This is the posture of strong. It is a physical armor you wear so well. But the day is over. The battle is done, for now. Give your shoulders explicit permission to drop. Let them fall away from your ears, widening the space in your neck. Feel them grow heavy, soft, and melt down into the mattress beneath you. The mattress is designed for this. It is here to absorb the weight, to hold the burden you can finally set down. Trust its support. It is unwavering. It is here for you. Let's travel now to your hands and your jaw. These are two places where we store immense tension without even realizing it. All day, your hands have been doing, fixing, typing, holding, comforting. At night, they might still be clenched into gentle fists, as if holding on to the last remnants of control. Gently open them. Uncurl your fingers and let them rest, palms up or down. Whatever feels most natural. Feel the air on your skin. Notice the release of energy as you stop grasping, stop holding on, and your jaw. So often, we clench our jaw to hold back the words we cannot say, to swallow our own fatigue, to present a face of calm capability. Let it go. Allow a tiny space to form between your upper and lower teeth. Let your tongue rest softly in your mouth. This simple physical act sends a powerful signal to your entire nervous system. The need to be guarded is over. You are safe. You can soften. Feel the echo of this release spread across your face, smoothing the space between your eyebrows, relaxing the tiny muscles around your eyes. This is the face you have underneath the mask of responsibility. It is a face at rest, and as you continue to breathe, let each exhale be an invitation to sink a little deeper. With every out breath, release a little more of the day. Release the conversations that still echo in your mind. Release the to-do list for tomorrow. Release the pressure to be anything other than what you are in this moment. A human being who is tired and who deserves rest. The posture of strong is a demanding one. It requires a constant, low-level tension throughout the body, a readiness to act. But here, in the safety of your bed, we are setting a new intention. An intention not to hold, but to be held. An intention not to support, but to be supported. Let the very force of gravity become your ally in this. Feel it as a gentle, reassuring pressure, pulling you down into a state of deep release. It is not a force you have to fight against. It is an embrace. Allow the bed, the blankets, the quiet darkness of the room to hold you completely. You don't need to hold yourself together anymore tonight. Let yourself fall apart, just a little. Let yourself crumble into the safety of this moment. Because here, you are not the rock. You are not the anchor. Here, you are simply you. And you are finally allowed to rest. Every part of you is settling. Your feet, which have carried you through the day, can go limp. Your legs, which have stood firm, can grow heavy and still. Your hips and lower back, so often a center of tension and stability, can release their grip and surrender fully to the surface beneath them. Imagine your spine, which you hold so straight and tall all day, finally letting go of that rigidity, one vertebra at a time, each one settling into its own perfect place against the mattress. This is not about forcing relaxation. It is about permission. It is about giving every single cell in your body the message that its job for the day is done. The performance is over. The audience has gone home. Now, there is only the quiet, the dark, and the profound relief of letting go. Your breath is the anchor now, but not an anchor of effort. It is an anchor of presence. Notice its rhythm without any need to change it. Each inhale brings a soft wave of stillness into your body. Each exhale carries away a little more of the world you've been carrying. Breathing in, you receive. Breathing out, you release. For tonight, this is your only task: to receive the support that is already here for you. To release the immense weight of being the one who is always strong. Feel the truth of this moment settle deep within you. You have arrived. You are home. You are safe to let it all go. The weight you have carried was real. The strength you have shown was magnificent. And the rest you are about to receive is so deeply deserved. Let the silence hold you. Let the darkness comfort you. There is nothing more to do. As you lie here, sinking into the support beneath you, let your attention drift to the nature of the exhaustion you feel. It is more than just the tiredness of a body that has worked hard. There is a different quality to it, a deeper layer. This is the exhaustion that comes from constant, invisible labor. It is the weariness of the soul that spends its daylight hours being an anchor in a storm. Think about what it takes to be that anchor. It requires you to be still while others are swaying. It requires you to hold firm while waves of panic, fear, or chaos crash around you. It means absorbing the force of other people's emotions so that they can find their footing. This is immense work, and it is work that no one sees. It doesn't appear on any list of accomplishments. It cannot be measured or quantified. But your body has kept the score. Your nervous system knows the cost of being the calm one, the capable one, the one who always knows what to do. And tonight, it is asking for a different kind of payment, it is asking for rest. Not just sleep, but a profound, cellular letting go of the role you have played. Consider the sheer volume of emotional energy you have expended today. Every time you listened patiently, every time you offered a solution, every time you swallowed your own reaction to make space for someone else's, you were giving away a piece of your own vital energy. It is like being a human lighthouse, constantly sending out a beam of steady, reliable light so that other ships can navigate their way safely to shore. But a lighthouse must also have a source of power. It cannot shine endlessly without being refueled. The bone-deep weariness you feel right now is the signal that your own reserves are depleted. It is a quiet, honest message from your innermost self, saying, I have given all I can for today. It is time to come home. It is time to refuel. And there is another layer to this weight you feel. Think of your heart and mind as a receiving room. All day long, people come and leave their stories, their worries, their problems in this room. You handle each one with care. You find a place for it. You try to mend it. But in the process of taking care of everyone else's parcels, what happens to your own? What happens to the flicker of joy you felt when you saw the sun this morning but had no one to share it with? What happens to the pang of sadness that arose from a memory, but you had to push it down to answer an urgent call? What about the flash of fear for your own future, a worry you had to shelve because someone else's crisis seemed more immediate? All of these moments, all of these unprocessed feelings from your own life create an unseen backlog. Imagine them as letters delivered to you throughout the day, containing messages from your own heart. But you were too busy sorting everyone else's mail to open your own. So you put them in a pile on a desk in the corner of the room. One letter contains a small disappointment. Another, a flicker of hope. A third holds a quiet anger. A fourth, a moment of unexpected beauty. Day after day, the pile grows higher. And at night, when the room is finally quiet and the doors are locked, you are left alone with this towering stack of your own unopened life. The weight you feel is not just exhaustion. It is the psychic weight of this backlog. It is the presence of every unfelt feeling, every unacknowledged moment, finally making itself known in the silence. It's no wonder you feel overwhelmed when the lights go out. You are finally sitting down in a room filled with the entire unedited truth of your own day. And your body feels this backlog too. It is an honest translator of your inner world. That persistent tightness across your shoulders and in your upper back. That is the physical manifestation of carrying the weight of your role. It's the tension of your competence, the burden of being the go-to person. As you breathe into that space now, you don't need to force it to release. Just acknowledge what it has been holding for you. Silently thank it for its strength, for its endurance. And then, with your exhale, just offer it the possibility of softness. What about the faint clench in your jaw, or the tightness in your stomach? That is often where we store the things we couldn't say, the boundaries we couldn't set, the no that wanted to be spoken but couldn't find a voice. It is the physical effort of keeping your own needs quiet. Again, there is no judgment here, only awareness. Breathe into your belly, letting it soften. Let it expand. You are creating space for what was held in. You are signaling to your body that right here, in this safe space, there is no need to hold on so tightly. And the feeling in your chest, perhaps it's a hollowness, an ache, or a fluttering of anxiety. This is the home of your heart's backlog. It's the pressure of all those unopened letters. It's the sorrow you postponed, the joy you minimized, the love you gave that wasn't returned in kind. Place a hand on your heart if that feels comforting. Feel the warmth of your own touch. Let it be a gesture of profound compassion for this part of you that has felt so much and processed so little in the service of others. Give all of it, the tension, the backlog, the weariness, permission to simply be here. For these next few moments, stop trying to fix it, to dissolve it, or to understand it. Just allow it to exist. Your exhaustion has a right to be here. Your unprocessed feelings have a right to be here. The tension in your body has a right to be here. They are not signs that you are broken. They are evidence of the immense love and care you have poured into the world. They are the faithful record of your strength. By allowing them to be present without judgment, you are performing the first, most crucial act of coming home to yourself. You are finally opening your own mail. As you rest here, in this quiet space of acknowledgement, another feeling might begin to surface. It's often subtle, a faint whisper beneath the weight of exhaustion. Sometimes, it's a feeling we are taught to push away, to label as unkind or ungrateful. It is the quiet, flickering ember of resentment. It is the soft but persistent question that rises from the deepest part of you, the part that has been giving and giving all day long. And the question is simply this: who is here for me? Who holds me when I need to be held? Who is my rock? Allow that question to exist in this space without any judgment. Let the feeling behind it, whether it's a tiny spark of frustration or a wave of profound loneliness, have its moment. This feeling is not a flaw in your character. It is not a sign of selfishness. It is one of the most honest and natural signals your heart can send. It is a signpost pointing directly to a fundamental imbalance. It is your soul's way of telling you that the flow of energy has been overwhelmingly one-sided. Imagine your heart as a well. All day, people have been coming with their buckets, and you have been letting them draw from your waters freely and generously. You give them the water of your patience, the water of your wisdom, the water of your calm. You do it because you are loving and capable, and it is your nature to nurture. But a well cannot give endlessly without being replenished by the rain. The feeling of resentment is simply the sound of the bucket hitting the bottom of a dry well. It is the dusty, hollow echo that says, "I am empty. I have nothing left to give right now." Hearing that sound isn't a failure. It is crucial information. It is the wisdom of your own emotional ecosystem, alerting you that it is time for the rains to come. It is time for you to be replenished. Society often misunderstands this feeling, especially in those who are perceived as strong. You might have even told yourself that you shouldn't feel this way, that you chose this role, that it is your duty to care for others. But your capacity to care is not infinite. Your strength is not a machine that can run forever without maintenance. You are a living, breathing being with your own needs, your own limits, and your own deep-seated desire to be seen, to be held, and to be cared for in return. This quiet resentment is the guardian of your own well-being. It is the part of you that loves you enough to sound an alarm when you are running on empty. Instead of pushing it away, see if you can welcome it with a sense of gentle curiosity. What is it trying to tell you? Perhaps it's telling you that you missed your own lunch break because you were solving someone else's problem. Perhaps it's reminding you of the 5 times you said, "I'm fine," when you were anything but. Perhaps it is the echo of a dozen small moments where your own needs were sacrificed for the sake of harmony or for the comfort of another. This feeling is not an accusation against others. More often, it is a gentle plea to yourself. It is the voice of your own neglected inner life, asking for just a fraction of the compassion and attention you so easily give away. It is okay to feel tired of being strong. Let that sentence wash over you and notice what it feels like in your body. It is okay to feel tired of being strong. You might feel a sense of relief, a softening in your chest. For so long, you may have equated strong with tireless. You may have believed that admitting your exhaustion was a form of weakness. But that is a profound misunderstanding of true strength. The oak tree is strong not because it resists the wind, but because it knows how to bend. It is strong because it has deep roots that draw nourishment from the earth. Your exhaustion is not a weakness. It is a testament to the love you have given. It is the measure of the burdens you have carried. It is the proof of your immense heart. To feel weary from this work is not just acceptable, it is inevitable. And to feel a flicker of resentment at the imbalance is simply a sign that you are paying attention. It's a sign that a part of you is still fighting for your own right to rest, to receive, to be replenished. So let's reframe this feeling. It is not an ugly emotion to be hidden. It is a form of self-love. It is the loyal friend inside of you who taps you on the shoulder and says, "Hey, what about you? Your cup is empty. Who is going to fill your cup?" For tonight, the answer to that question can be simple. You are. Right here, right now. By allowing yourself this time of non-doing, by acknowledging the truth of your feelings without judgment, you are beginning to pour a few drops of water back into your own well. You are answering that plea from your own heart. This is the first step. Noticing the imbalance. Honoring the signal of resentment as a wise messenger. Giving yourself permission to be tired, not just in body, but in spirit. Breathe into the truth of this. You do not have to be the strong one right now. You do not have to have it all together. You are allowed to be here, in your bed, feeling the full weight of your humanity. You are allowed to feel the ache of an empty well and the quiet frustration that comes with it. These feelings are not your enemies. They are your guides. They are leading you back home to the essential work of tending to your own soul. And as you rest with this awareness, let this affirmation sink into you, not as an idea, but as a felt reality. Your exhaustion is a testament to the love you have given. It is a medal of honor for a heart that has served so bravely on the front lines of other people's lives. And now, the soldier is coming home. The armor can be taken off. The well can be allowed to fill. The quiet work of replenishment has already begun. Now let's turn our gentle attention to what happens when the day is truly done. To that sacred and sometimes scary moment when the lights go out. For many who carry the weight of being the strong one, this is the time when the carefully constructed dam finally breaks. During the day, you are a master of containment. You hold back your own tears to wipe away someone else's. You manage your own anxieties to soothe another's fears. You present a surface of calm, like a serene lake, no matter what turbulence is happening in the depths. It is a masterpiece of emotional regulation, performed hour after hour. But this level of control requires an immense amount of energy. And when the day ends, when you are finally alone and there is no one left to perform for, that energy is simply gone. What happens next is not a sign of weakness, it is a sign of necessity. The crumbling you feel, the sudden rush of sadness, the spiraling thoughts, the wave of numbness that washes over you. This is not you falling apart. This is a cleansing rain after a long and punishing drought. All day long, your emotional landscape has been parched. You've given away every last drop of your inner reserves. The late-night tears are the first sign of replenishment. They are a release that is so profoundly needed, your system can no longer wait. Think of it this way. You are a river, and all day long, you have been dammed up. Every feeling, every worry, every moment of your own that you had to postpone was another stone placed in the dam, holding the waters back. By the end of the day, the pressure behind that dam is immense. The nightly release, the tears, the overwhelm, the deep sigh that feels like it comes from the center of the earth is the sound of the floodgates opening. It has to happen. If those waters were not allowed to flow, the pressure would become unbearable. The dam itself would break. So what you have been interpreting as your weakest moment is in fact your wisest. It is your body and soul's instinct for survival. It is the release valve that has kept you from exploding. It is the very thing that has allowed you to get up the next morning and be strong all over again. We need to change the story we tell ourselves about this nightly experience. The world may praise your daytime strength, your composure, your ability to handle anything, but the real miracle is what happens in the dark. The real strength is found in this courageous, albeit painful act of letting go. It takes incredible courage to finally face the feelings you've held at bay all day. It is an act of profound self-compassion, even if it doesn't feel like it. You are, in those moments, finally giving yourself the attention you so freely gave to others. You are finally listening to your own heart. So if tears come, let them. They are not a sign of sadness alone. They are a sign of release. They are liquid relief. Each tear is carrying away a particle of stress, a moment of unspoken pain, a fragment of the day's accumulated weight. Let them flow without judgment. They are cleansing you. They are healing you. And if what comes is not tears, but a spiral of anxious thoughts, see that too in a new light. These are not your enemies. These are the frantic messengers you ignored all day, finally banging on your door, demanding to be heard. They are the what-ifs you didn't have time to consider, the worries you had to compartmentalize. They seem scary because they all arrive at once, but they are just a backlog of concerns seeking a moment of your time. Instead of fighting them, imagine yourself just sitting with them, like a patient manager at the end of a long day, listening to the reports from her team. You don't have to solve them all tonight. The first step is simply to allow them to report in, to acknowledge their presence. I see you. Worry about tomorrow's meeting. I hear you. Fear of letting someone down. This simple act of acknowledgement can often quiet their frantic energy. And sometimes, what comes is a profound numbness, a feeling of being empty, hollowed out. This, too, is not a flaw. It is a protective mechanism. It is your system, so overloaded with feeling, temporarily shutting down to prevent a complete burnout. It is a psychic fuse blowing to protect the entire circuit. If this is what you feel, Your only task is to rest in it, to allow the emptiness, to not force yourself to feel something. This numbness is a form of deep rest. It is a quiet, fallow field where nothing is growing because the soil needs time to recover its nutrients. You are not broken. Let this be the new mantra for your nights. Say it to yourself with the same gentle conviction you would use to reassure a frightened child. You are not broken. You are a deeply feeling human who has been holding on for too long. You are a compassionate soul who has taken on more than your share. What you experience alone at night is not a sign of your failure. It is the evidence of your love. It is the price of your empathy. It is the holy, necessary, and deeply human process of emotional release and recalibration. The world may not see this part of you. They see the competent professional, the reliable friend, the steady parent, the unshakable partner. They see the finished product. But you, in the quiet of the night, you are with the process. You are the alchemist, taking the raw, heavy lead of the day's burdens, and through this messy, tear-filled, thought-spiraled process, transforming it into the gold of resilience that you will wear again tomorrow. So be gentle with yourself in this space. This nightly ritual of falling apart is your sacred practice. It is your healing. It is the truest expression of your strength, not its absence. It is the river, finally allowed to run its course to the sea, so that it can be drawn up into the clouds and fall again as life-giving rain. You are simply part of a natural, beautiful, and profoundly wise cycle. Let it happen. Surrender to it. It is saving you. Let's go a little deeper into the nature of these feelings that rise up to meet you in the quiet of the night. We've called it a backlog, and that's a perfect way to see it. Think of it as an emotional debt that accumulates over the course of the day. Every time you had to be fine when you weren't, you took out a small loan from your future self. When your boss was critical and you had to smile and nod, that was a small withdrawal. When your child was having a tantrum and you had to remain calm and patient, another withdrawal. When a friend called in crisis and you set aside your own exhaustion to listen, you made a very large withdrawal. You were spending emotional currency that in that moment you didn't actually have. You were running on credit. And the night, in its stillness and its honesty, is when that debt comes due. It is the moment when the bill arrives. The overwhelm, the sadness, the anxiety. That is the collection notice. It is your system simply saying, it's time to pay back what was borrowed. It is time to feel what was postponed. When you look at it this way, the experience is no longer a personal failing. It is a simple matter of accounting. It is not a flaw in your character. It is a feature of your compassion. To be able to postpone your own emotional needs in order to serve another is a remarkable skill. It is a form of love. But the law of emotional physics is absolute. What goes in must eventually be processed. Energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transformed. And the feelings you deferred all day are a potent form of energy. At night, they rise up, not to haunt you, but to be honored. Each wave of sadness that washes over you is a messenger. It is not just a vague, amorphous feeling. It is a specific part of you that was ignored or set aside during the day and is now asking for a moment of your attention. Perhaps the sadness is the ghost of a small disappointment from the morning, a hope that was dashed, a moment of connection that was missed. You didn't have time to grieve it then, so you are grieving it now. Can you welcome it? Can you treat this feeling not as an intruder, but as a long-lost part of yourself, finally coming home? Imagine placing a gentle hand on that sadness and saying, "I see you. I'm sorry I couldn't be with you earlier. Thank you for waiting for me. I am here with you now." You don't need to analyze it or even understand its source. The simple act of witnessing it, of giving it a safe space to exist, is often all the healing it needs. It just wants to be felt. It just wants to be acknowledged as real. The same is true for the anxiety that might buzz beneath the surface. That anxiety is also a messenger, usually from the future. It is the part of you that is trying to protect you, to prepare you for what might come. During the day, you push it down, telling yourself, "I'll cross that bridge when I come to it." But at night, you find yourself standing right in the middle of that bridge. The thoughts of tomorrow's challenges, the worries about things you can't control, they are simply the accumulated concerns of your inner protector, all trying to speak at once. Instead of being swept away by the current of these thoughts, can you stand on the riverbank and just watch them flow by? Can you honor the intention behind them? This anxiety is a form of fierce love. It is the part of you that desperately wants you to be safe and okay. So you can say to it, "Thank you for trying to protect me. I see how much you care. But for tonight, my job is to rest. Your job is to rest too. We have done enough planning. We will have the strength we need for tomorrow, but only if we rest tonight." By treating these feelings as well-intentioned, if sometimes clumsy, parts of yourself, you change your relationship to them entirely. You move from being a victim of your emotions to being a compassionate host for them. You are no longer trying to banish them from your house. You are simply offering them a quiet room where they can finally be heard, and then, in their own time, they too can go to sleep. This is a profound shift in perspective. It leads to this beautiful and liberating truth. Your feelings are not a burden. They are simply echoes of the care you've extended all day. They are the other side of the coin of your strength. The depth of your sorrow at night is directly proportional to the depth of your compassion during the day. The intensity of your anxiety is a mirror of how much you care about the outcomes for others. They are not separate from your best qualities. They are born from them. When you truly absorb this, the shame and the fear around your nightly experiences begin to dissolve. You stop judging yourself for not being stronger or for losing control. You start to see this time as a sacred and vital part of your process. It is your emotional digestion. Just as your body needs time to digest food and absorb nutrients, your heart and soul need time to digest the experiences of the day, to feel what needs to be felt, and to release what needs to be released. You wouldn't judge your body for the gurgling sounds it makes as it digests your dinner. So why judge your heart for the tears and fears it processes while it digests your day? It is a natural, healthy, and essential function. So tonight, as these feelings rise, try this gentle practice. Don't push them away. Don't cling to them. Just let them be. Imagine your awareness is like the vast open sky. The feelings, sadness, worry, frustration, are like clouds passing through. The sky doesn't fight the clouds. It doesn't cling to them. It simply allows them to drift by, in their own time, in their own shape. You are the sky. Your feelings are the weather. The weather is not you. By resting in this awareness, you give them the space they need to move, to change, and to ultimately dissipate, leaving behind the clear, peaceful sky of your true nature. This backlog is not a flaw. It is a record of your love. Honoring it is the highest form of self-respect. It is how you prepare the ground for a new day. And so, we arrive at a place of profound permission. Not just a mental idea, but a deep cellular invitation to finally let go. All day, you have been holding it together, holding back tears, holding your tongue, holding a space for others, holding up the sky it sometimes feels. The muscles in your body are experts at holding. The patterns in your mind are masters of containment. But here, now, in this space, that job is officially over. Your only task is to release. Let's begin by creating a sacred and powerful container for this release. Your bed, your room, this very moment, let it become more than just a place to sleep. Let it become a sanctuary. Imagine the darkness in the room is not an absence of light, but a presence of its own. Imagine it is a soft velvet blanket wrapping around you, creating a space of absolute safety and privacy. Nothing can get in that you do not invite. No demands, no expectations, no eyes watching you. Here, you are completely unseen in the most liberating way. You can be anything, feel anything, and no one will know. This darkness is your ally. It is a silent, faithful friend that asks for nothing and can hold everything. The pillow beneath your head is not just stuffing and fabric. For tonight, let it be a vessel of infinite patience. It can absorb any tears, it can listen to any unspoken thoughts, and it will never, ever judge you. It will just continue to support you, to cradle you. Lean into that support. Let it take the full weight of your head, and with it, the weight of the day's thinking, worrying, and analyzing. And the mattress beneath you. It is a wide, steady, and unshakable foundation. It can hold the entirety of your sorrow, the full force of your exhaustion, the complete weight of your physical and emotional being. It will not buckle. It will not complain. It is here for the sole purpose of holding you up. You do not need to hold yourself up anymore. Let the mattress do its job. Now, within this sacred container, I want to give you the words, the explicit permission that your soul may have been waiting to hear all day, all week, all year. And as I say them, let them land not just in your mind, but in your heart, in your belly, in your bones. You don't have to hold it in anymore. Right here, right now, in the safety of this space, you can let it all fall. Whatever it is for you tonight, the grief, the frustration, the loneliness, the bone-deep weariness, you can set it down. You can let it spill. You can let it crumble. You are allowed. There is no one to disappoint. There is no image to maintain. The performance is over. You have my permission. More importantly, you have your own. Give it to yourself now. Say it silently in your own mind. I am allowed to let go. I am safe to fall apart. Feel the power in that declaration. It is an act of supreme self-love. And as you give yourself this emotional permission, let's connect it to the physical reality of your body. Let's consciously release the armor you've been wearing. Start with your jaw. We've touched on it before, but let's go deeper. It is the gatekeeper of your unspoken truth. All day, it has stood guard. Gently, consciously, unclench it now. Let your lower jaw hang heavy. Imagine the tension stored there, perhaps for years, dissolving like sugar in warm water. Feel the release ripple out to your ears, your temples, your scalp. This is the feeling of no longer needing to hold back. Now, Bring your awareness to your shoulders. They have been your shield, braced against the world. Let them drop, truly drop. Imagine they are heavy stones, sinking down through the mattress, down towards the floor, pulled by a gentle gravity. Feel the space that opens up around your neck and your heart. This is the posture of surrender, not of defeat, but of trust. Trusting that you are supported enough to no longer need your shield. Let's move to your stomach, your core. This is where we often suck it in and brace ourselves for impact. It's the center of our willpower, our control. For tonight, let it all go. Let your belly be soft. Let it rise and fall with your breath, completely relaxed, completely vulnerable. This is a profound act of trust. It is saying to the universe, I do not need to be on guard right now. I am safe enough to be soft at my core. Feel the wave of calm that can come from this simple physical release. When your belly is soft, it signals to your entire nervous system that the threat has passed. It is the physiological opposite of fight or flight. It is the state of rest and digest. And in this moment, you are digesting the day's emotions. You are resting in the safety you have created. And finally, your hands. They have been clenched, ready to act, ready to fix. Now, let them be utterly useless. Let them rest, open and empty. Feel the sensation of having nothing to hold on to. No problems to solve, no one to care for, no tasks to complete. Just empty, open, receptive hands. This is the posture of receiving. And what you are receiving is rest. You are receiving peace. You are receiving the gift of your own permission to just be. Let this feeling of release permeate your entire body. From the tips of your toes to the crown of your head, imagine a gentle, warm wave of letting go. It's the feeling of a long, deep exhale after a stressful day. It is the feeling of finally putting down a suitcase you have been carrying for miles and miles. It is the quiet, profound relief of homecoming. There is nothing to brace for, nothing to prepare for, nothing to hold, just this. The darkness, the silence, the support, and your own courageous, beautiful permission to finally let it all go. This is your time. Take it. You have earned it 1,000 times over. Having given yourself permission to let go, let us now gently explore what it feels like to be on the other side of that equation. To be the one who is held. This might feel unfamiliar, even a little strange. Your entire way of being is oriented around giving support, so learning to receive it, to truly lean into it, is a new skill. It is a muscle that may have atrophied from lack of use. Tonight, we will gently begin to exercise it. Let's start with the most simple, undeniable reality, the physical support beneath you. Bring all of your awareness to the points of contact between your body and the mattress. Feel the back of your head, your shoulder blades, your arms, your hips, your legs, your heels. Notice the sensation of pressure, of solidness, of being met. The mattress is not struggling to hold you. It is not complaining about your weight. It is effortlessly, completely supporting you. This is the feeling of being held in its purest physical form. Your only job is to allow it, to stop holding yourself up, even in the smallest ways. See if you can notice any places in your body that are still trying to help, any muscles that are subtly engaged to keep you in place. Perhaps in your lower back or your neck. Consciously invite those muscles to stand down. Let the mattress take over 100% of the job. This is your first lesson in learning to lean. You are leaning into a force that is reliable, steady, and asks for absolutely nothing in return. As you sink into this physical sensation of being held, let's expand the feeling by engaging your imagination. The elements around you can become active participants in your comfort and safety. Think of the blankets that cover you. They are not just layers of fabric. Imagine they are a warm, secure embrace. Feel the gentle, consistent weight of them on your body. This sensation, known as deep pressure, is deeply calming to the nervous system. It is like a constant, gentle hug. It signals safety. It soothes the part of your brain that is always on high alert. Let yourself receive this comfort. Let the blankets hold you in a cocoon of warmth and peace. They are tucking you in, just as you have tucked in so many others. For tonight, you are the one being cared for. Now consider the pillow cradling your head. Imagine it has a quality of infinite patience. It is holding your thoughts, your worries, your busy mind, without any need to understand or fix them. It is a soft place for your mind to land and finally come to rest. It is a silent confidant, offering unconditional support. Let your head feel heavy, completely surrendered to this patient, gentle presence. And what about the air in the room? It is not empty space. It is an element too. Imagine the quiet, still air is holding space for you. It is surrounding you with a gentle, invisible presence. It is holding your breath. It is holding your silence. It is holding the entirety of your experience without judgment. You do not have to fill this space with words or actions. You can just be, and the space will hold you. All of these elements, the mattress, the blankets, the pillow, the quiet air, are conspiring for your comfort. They are offering you a constant, unwavering stream of support. The great shift for you tonight is to move from giving to receiving. All day long, your energy radiates outwards. You are a sun, projecting warmth, light, and energy onto the people in your orbit. It is a beautiful, life-giving act. But now, it is time to reverse the flow. It is time to become a sponge, not a sun. It is time to draw energy inwards, to absorb, to receive. Let yourself soak in the feeling of being supported by the bed. Let yourself absorb the warmth and security of the blankets. Let yourself drink in the peace and quiet of the room. This is not selfish. It is essential. It is the other half of the cycle of giving. We are taught so much about how to give, but so little about how to gracefully and fully receive. Receiving is an act of humility. It is an acknowledgement that you are not, in fact, an infinite source. It is an admission of your own beautiful, human need to be cared for. It requires vulnerability. It requires you to soften your armor and let the good things in. As you lie here, practicing this art of receiving, you might notice some resistance. A part of you might feel undeserving. A voice might whisper that you haven't earned this rest. Another part might feel anxious, unsure of what to do when you are not in the role of the caregiver. This is all completely normal. Just notice these feelings, these thoughts. They are the habits of a lifetime. Acknowledge them with kindness, and then gently return your focus to the physical sensation of being held. Feel the mattress. Feel the blankets. These are undeniable truths. You are being held. Your only work is to soften into that reality. Imagine a small, tightly clenched fist in the center of your chest. This fist is the part of you that is so used to holding on, to being in control, to being the strong one. Now, with each breath, imagine that fist gently, slowly beginning to open, finger by finger. With one breath, the pinky finger releases. With the next, the ring finger. On and on, until the hand is lying open, palm up, in a gesture of pure receptivity. This is what you are doing on an energetic level. You are unclenching your heart. You are opening yourself up to the support that is all around you, that has been here all along, waiting for you to be ready to receive it. This feeling of being held is your birthright. It is not something you have to earn. It is the natural state of things when you finally stop striving and simply allow yourself to be. Sink into it. Let it become your reality. You are held. You are supported. You are safe. As you rest in this profound state of being held, let's gently challenge a belief that you may have carried for a very long time. The very definition of what it means to be strong. For you, and for so many who play your role, strength has likely been defined as a form of resistance. It's the ability to withstand pressure, to not break, to not bend. It's the capacity to carry immense weight without showing the strain. It's the power to be a fortress with walls so high and thick that no chaos can breach them. And while there is a certain nobility in that kind of strength, it is also incredibly brittle. A fortress under constant siege will eventually develop cracks. A pillar that never bends will, under enough pressure, shatter. Tonight, let's propose a new, more sustainable, and far wiser definition of strength. True strength is not the absence of need, but the courage to admit you are tired and need to rest. Think about that for a moment. It reframes this entire experience. The act of coming to your bed, of admitting your exhaustion, of allowing yourself to fall apart. These are not moments of weakness. They are your moments of greatest strength. It takes immense courage to be vulnerable. It takes profound wisdom to recognize your own limits. It is an act of fierce self-preservation to choose rest over the relentless demands of your role. You are not failing at being strong when you do this. You are succeeding at being wise. Consider the wisdom of the natural world. Nature is our greatest teacher when it comes to sustainable strength. Look at the mightiest trees. They do not stand rigid and unmoving against the wind. If they did, they would snap. Instead, they have a deep flexibility. They sway, they bend, they yield to the force of the storm, and in doing so, they survive and grow even stronger. Their strength is in their surrender. They do not fight the wind, they dance with it. You, in your nightly surrender to exhaustion, are practicing this same profound wisdom. You are allowing the winds of the day to pass through you, rather than trying to stand as an unbreakable wall against them. And think of the seasons. Does the earth try to be in a constant state of summer, of fruitful production all year round? No. That would lead to depletion and barrenness. The earth understands the absolute necessity of winter. Winter is a season of retreat, of dormancy, of quiet. On the surface, it may look like a time of death or inactivity, but it is in the darkness and the cold of winter that the most vital work is done. It is when the soil rests, when roots deepen, when energy is gathered and stored for the explosive life of spring. Your need for rest, for this quiet, dark time of non-doing, is your personal winter. It is not a sign that you are unproductive or failing. It is a sign that you are in tune with a deeper, more ancient rhythm. You are gathering your resources. You are allowing your inner soil to be replenished. Your strength is not just in your summer. Your capacity to give, to do, to achieve. Your greatest strength is also in your winter. The wisdom to know when to go dormant. to retreat into the darkness, and to simply be. This redefinition is crucial because the old model of strength, the fortress model, is a lonely one. A fortress is isolated. It keeps things out, but it also keeps the fortress keeper locked inside, alone. The new model, the model of the tree or the earth, is about connection. The tree is connected to the wind and the soil. The earth is connected to the rhythm of the cosmos. Your strength becomes not about how much you can handle alone, but about how gracefully you can participate in the natural cycles of effort and rest, of giving and receiving. This is a much more compassionate and integrated way to live. So let's craft a new affirmation, a new inner belief to carry with you into sleep. Let it settle into your heart. My greatest strength is the wisdom to know when I need to be soft. Feel the truth in that. Softness is not weakness. It is receptivity. It is vulnerability. It is the ability to be healed, to be replenished, to be held. A rock cannot absorb the rain. It can only be worn down by it. But soft earth drinks the rain in, and from that union, new life grows. All day, you have been the rock for others. Tonight, you are giving yourself permission to be the soft earth, ready to receive the gentle, healing rain of deep, restorative rest. This changes everything. It means you no longer have to judge yourself for your needs. Your need for rest is not a liability. It is an asset. It is the very thing that ensures your strength is resilient and enduring, not brittle and temporary. It is the practice that will allow you to continue to give, to love, and to support from a place of fullness rather than from a place of depletion. You are not abandoning your strength by resting here. You are cultivating it at its deepest roots. The world may celebrate the visible, heroic strength of the person who never seems to tire. But you, in your wisdom, are choosing to honor the quiet, unseen strength of the person who knows that rest is not the opposite of strength, but an essential, inseparable part of it. Let this new understanding be a balm to your soul. Release the pressure to be a fortress. Release the need to be unbreakable. Embrace the supple, resilient, and far more powerful strength of the tree that sways, the earth that rests, the heart that knows it is wise to be soft. This is your truth. Rest in it now. With this new, gentler understanding of strength blossoming within you, let's engage in a simple but powerful act of imagination. We are going to consciously set down the role you have played all day. For just for this night, you are going off duty. Your shift is over. Imagine that the role of the strong one is a physical object, something you wear. Perhaps it's a heavy, ornate cloak, like one worn by a king or queen. It's beautiful, impressive, and woven with the threads of responsibility, capability, and reliability. It has served you well. It has protected you. It has defined you in the eyes of others. But it is also incredibly heavy. Feel the weight of this cloak on your shoulders right now. The accumulated weight of every decision you made, every problem you solved, every emotion you absorbed for someone else. Now, in your mind's eye, very slowly and deliberately, begin to take it off. Feel yourself shrugging it from your shoulders. Hear the soft sound as the heavy fabric slides from your arms. Gather it in your hands. Feel the texture, the weight of it. Acknowledge it with a sense of gratitude. This cloak is not your enemy. It is a part of you, a tool you have used to navigate the world, so you can silently thank it for its service. Thank you for helping me get through the day. Thank you for giving me the strength I needed. And then, with great care, fold it. Fold it neatly respectfully. Don't cast it aside in anger or frustration. Just fold it with intention, as you would fold a precious garment. And once it is folded, turn to a chair by your bed. In your imagination, place the cloak carefully on that chair. See it there, lying in wait. It is not gone forever. It is simply set aside for the night. This is a very important part of the process. A part of you, perhaps your ego or your inner protector, might feel a sense of panic at the idea of letting go of this role. It might think, who am I without this? This is how I am valued. This is how I am needed. By placing the cloak on the chair, you are reassuring that part of you. You are saying, don't worry, it will be right here in the morning if we need it. We are not abandoning it. We are just taking a necessary and well-deserved break. This conscious act of unburdening can create a profound shift in your entire being. Now, turn your attention away from the cloak on the chair and back to yourself, lying in bed. What do you feel now that the weight is gone? Notice the sensation of lightness in your shoulders, in your back, in your entire body. It might feel unfamiliar, almost strange, to be without that familiar pressure. Breathe into this new feeling of lightness. Explore it. What is it like to be in your own skin, without the heavy fabric of a role defining your shape? You are no longer the strong one. You are no longer the problem solver, the caregiver, the anchor. So who are you? For tonight, the answer is beautifully simple. You are just you, a person, a human being at rest. There are no expectations on you right now. No one needs anything from you. You don't have to have the answers. You don't have to be wise or calm or capable. You don't even have to be okay. You can just be. Whatever that means for you in this moment. If just being feels tired, let it be tired. If it feels sad, let it be sad. If it feels empty, let it be empty. If it feels peaceful, let it be peaceful. You are free from the obligation to project any particular quality. This is the lightness of just being. It is a state of pure, unadorned presence. You are not a function. You are not a role. You are a soul, resting. As you lie here, unburdened, notice the subtle shifts. Perhaps you can breathe a little more deeply now that the cloak is no longer constricting your chest. Perhaps your mind feels a little quieter now that it has been relieved of the duty of constant vigilance. This is the freedom that comes when you realize your identity is not fused with your role. Your role is something you do. It is not who you are. Who you are is this presence, this awareness, this being who is lying here, breathing in the quiet darkness. This simple visualization is a practice you can return to every night. It is a ritual of transition. It marks the sacred boundary between the world of doing and the world of being, between the demands of the day and the sanctuary of the night. It is a way of consciously clocking out from the hardest job in the world. As you continue to rest in this lightness, you might notice other, smaller roles you can set down as well. The role of the efficient planner, the good listener, the responsible citizen. One by one, imagine taking them off like smaller articles of clothing, a heavy belt of responsibility, tight shoes of expectation, and placing them neatly beside the cloak. Strip yourself down to your most essential nature. Underneath all those layers, you are simply a consciousness experiencing life. And tonight, that consciousness is experiencing the sensation of rest, of peace, of release. Feel the profound relief in this. The lightness is not just physical, it is spiritual. It is the joy of no longer needing to be anything for anyone, if only for these precious sacred hours. The chair will hold your rolls for you until morning. They are safe, and you, finally, are free. Enjoy this freedom. Let it expand with every breath, filling you up with a sense of peace and spaciousness you may not have felt all day. This is you, unburdened, untangled, simply, beautifully here. Now that you have set aside the heavy cloak of your role, a space has been created, a quiet, open space. In this space, we can begin to do something you may not have had the time or energy for in a very long time. We can gently turn our attention inward to meet the person who has been living underneath that cloak. Who is this person? This person has a name. It's your own name. Silently, say your own first name to yourself, as you would greet a dear friend you haven't seen in years. Let it echo in the quiet chambers of your mind. It is the name you had before you became the strong one, the caregiver, the problem solver. It is the sound of your essential self. For so long, you have been answering to the needs of others. Your attention has been a spotlight, shining brilliantly on their problems, their feelings, their lives. Now, it is time to turn that spotlight around. Let it become a soft, gentle lamp, illuminating your own inner world. The beam is not harsh or interrogating. It is warm, curious, and endlessly kind. And with this gentle light, we can begin to ask some simple, loving questions. Not to find definitive answers, but simply to open a dialogue with this person underneath the role. The first question is this: what do you need? Not what your family needs, not what your job needs, not what the world needs from you, but you. This person, here, now, lying in this bed. What does this person, whose name you just spoke, truly need in this moment? Don't search for a grand, complicated answer. The answer might be incredibly simple. Perhaps the answer is, I need to feel safe. Or, I need to cry. Or, I need to not think for a while. Or simply, I need sleep. Whatever the answer is, just let it arise without judgment. It is the first whisper of a voice you may have been silencing for a very long time. It is the voice of your own truth. Honoring this voice is the most profound act of self-care. You don't have to fix anything or take immediate action. The healing begins in the simple act of listening. You are signaling to your inner self that its needs matter, that it has a right to be heard. Let's ask another question, just as gently. What does your own heart quietly long for? Again, this is not about grand ambitions or life plans. It's about the subtle, quiet longings that get drowned out by the noise of the day. Perhaps your heart longs for more quiet moments like this. Perhaps it longs for laughter, for playfulness, for a walk in nature. Perhaps it longs for a single hour to read a book or to listen to music without interruption. These quiet longings are the breadcrumbs that lead you back to your own joy, your own vitality. They are the language of your soul. By giving them even a moment of your attention, you are watering a part of your garden that has been neglected. You are remembering that you are not just a machine of production and caregiving. You are a being with your own dreams, your own passions, your own sources of delight. Tending to your inner world is just like tending to a garden. It requires gentle, consistent attention. For so long, you have been tending to everyone else's garden, making sure their flowers are blooming, their weeds are pulled, and your own has become overgrown. Tonight is a moment of quiet, loving gardening for yourself. By asking these questions, you are gently pulling back the weeds of expectation and duty. You are allowing a little bit of light and air to reach the tender shoots of your own needs and desires. You are remembering the landscape of you. What does it feel like, this inner world? Is it a stormy sea tonight? A quiet forest? A vast desert? A peaceful meadow? Whatever the landscape, your task is not to change it. Your task is simply to be present with it, to walk through it with curiosity and compassion. If it is a stormy sea, you can find a safe place on the shore and watch the magnificent power of the waves, knowing that storms always pass. If it is a quiet forest, you can enjoy the peace, the smell of the earth, the gentle light filtering through the trees. You are becoming the loving witness to your own experience rather than the frantic manager of everyone else's. And as you sit in this inner world, let this affirmation take root. It is one of the most important truths you can ever embrace. You are worthy of the same gentleness you give to everyone else. Let that sink in. The patience you show to a struggling colleague, you are worthy of that. The compassion you feel for a friend in pain, you are worthy of that. The unconditional love you give to your family, you are worthy of that too, especially from yourself. You have been applying a double standard for far too long, believing that your own needs are less valid, your own feelings less important. This is the moment to correct that imbalance. The gentleness you are showing yourself right now, by listening, by being present, by not judging, is not an indulgence. It is a radical act of self-respect. It is the beginning of a new relationship with the person underneath the cloak. A relationship built on kindness, trust, and mutual care. This person has been waiting for you to come home from a long, hard day of caring for the world, to turn the key, to step inside, and to finally say, "I'm here, I'm listening, how are you?" And in that simple, loving attention, the deepest kind of healing can finally begin. You are remembering your own name. You are remembering your own heart. You are coming home. As you continue to commune with this essential self, this person you are, underneath all the roles, let's explore a fundamental truth that may feel both revolutionary and self-evident. It is the truth of your own inherent worthiness. Your value as a human being is not, and has never been, based on your utility to others. Your worth is not a stock that goes up when you solve a problem, or down when you need to rest. It is not measured in tasks completed, people comforted, or crises averted. Your worth is inherent. It is woven into the very fabric of your existence. You are worthy of care, of love, of rest, simply because you exist. You were born worthy. You will be worthy on your last day. And you are deeply, unshakably worthy right now, in this moment, as you lie here doing absolutely nothing. This can be a difficult concept for someone who has built an identity around being useful and capable. So much of your life, you have received validation and a sense of purpose from what you do for others. You feel needed, and in that, you feel valuable. This is a beautiful and natural human experience. But it becomes a trap when you start to believe that your worth is conditional upon that usefulness. It creates a subtle, gnawing fear that if you were to stop doing, to stop giving, to stop being strong, your value would disappear. You would become a burden. You would be letting people down. And worse, you would be letting yourself down. Tonight, we are gently dismantling that false equation. Your being is more important than your doing. Your existence is your primary value. The fact that you are here breathing, feeling, experiencing life, that is the miracle. Everything else, all the wonderful, capable, strong things you do, are expressions of that core worth, not the source of it. Think of a magnificent ancient tree. Do we value it only for the shade it provides or the fruit it bears? No. We value it for its being. We stand in awe of its presence, its resilience, its sheer existence against the odds of time and weather. Its doing is a wonderful byproduct of its being, but its worth is in its very essence. You are that tree. Your strength, your care, your support for others, that is the shade and the fruit you offer the world. It is a beautiful gift, but your core value is in your being, in the magnificent, resilient presence that you are. This understanding is the key that unlocks the door to guilt-free rest. When you know, deep in your bones, that your worth is not on the line, you can finally allow yourself to receive without feeling selfish. This time of rest is not a selfish act. It is the most profound act of self-respect. It is an acknowledgement of your own inherent value. You are saying to yourself and to the universe, I am worthy of care. I am worthy of replenishment. I am valuable enough to be tended to. This is not an indulgence. It is a necessity. It is the foundation upon which your sustainable strength is built. Let's try a simple breathing exercise to embody this truth. It is a practice of breathing in compassion. As you inhale, imagine you are breathing in a gentle, warm, golden light. This light is the energy of pure, unconditional acceptance. It is the feeling of being cared for. As you breathe it in, imagine it filling your lungs, your chest, your entire body. It is delivering the message to every single cell. You are worthy. You are enough. Then, as you exhale, imagine you are breathing out the pressure to perform. Breathe out the need to be useful. Breathe out the fear of letting people down. Breathe out the heavy weight of other people's expectations. With each breath, you are inhaling worthiness and exhaling the burden of your role. Breathing in, I am allowed to be cared for. Breathing out, I release the need to be the carer. Inhaling, my being is my value. Exhaling, I release the pressure of my doing. Continue this for a few cycles at your own pace. Feel the subtle shift in your body as you do this. You might notice a further softening in your shoulders, a deeper release in your belly. You are not just thinking a new thought. You are teaching your body a new way to be. You are rewiring your nervous system to understand that safety and value are found in rest, not just in effort. Receiving care, even if it is just from yourself, is a gift you give not only to yourself, but also to those you love. When you allow yourself to be replenished, you have more to give. When you honor your own worth, you model for others how to honor theirs. When you are rested and nourished, your presence is a genuine gift, offered from a place of fullness, not a strained offering from a place of depletion. So, as you continue to drift, let this truth be your anchor. You are worthy of this peace. You are worthy of this quiet. You are worthy of this deep, healing rest. It is not a reward you have earned. It is a right you possess. Your existence is enough. Let the simple, profound truth of that statement be the lullaby that sings you into a deeper state of calm. You are not a human doing. You are a human being. And tonight, you are fully, completely, and worthily just being. As you marinate in this feeling of worthiness, let's explore one final, crucial analogy for this sacred process of rest. It is the analogy of the wellspring. Imagine that at the very center of your being, in the core of your soul, there is a deep, quiet well. This is the wellspring of your heart. It is the source of all the compassion, the patience, the wisdom, and the strength that you give to the world. When this well is full, its waters are cool, clear, and life-giving. Giving to others feels effortless, joyful, and natural. You can fill bucket after bucket, and the water level barely seems to drop because it is constantly being replenished from a deep underground source. This is you when you are at your best, when you are nourished and rested. However, when you give and give without taking time for replenishment, the water level in the well begins to drop. The demands continue. The buckets keep coming, so you keep lowering them deeper and deeper. Soon, you are scraping the bottom. The water you draw becomes silty, murky. Giving starts to feel like a strain. It takes more and more effort to produce less and less. It becomes a chore, tinged with that quiet resentment we spoke of earlier. And if this continues, eventually the well runs dry. This is the state of burnout. This is the bone-deep exhaustion you feel. It is not a moral failing. It is a simple hydrological fact. You cannot give water from a dry well. This rest, this time you are taking for yourself right now, is not laziness. It is not avoidance. It is the most essential work you can do. You are allowing the wellspring to fill again. And how does a well get refilled? It doesn't happen by frantic effort. You cannot force water into the ground. A well is replenished by stillness, by quiet, by the slow, patient, gentle seepage of the rains. This rest is the rain. The silence is the rain. Your non-doing is the rain. Every moment you lie here, simply being, you are allowing the waters of peace and restoration to seep down, down, down through the layers of your being, to find their way back to your essential source. It is a slow, invisible process. You cannot see it happening, but you must trust that it is. This is the great integration of the lesson we have been exploring tonight. We are weaving together the understanding that allowing yourself to be cared for, to be soft, to rest, this is what makes your strength sustainable. A strength that is never replenished becomes brittle. It is like a rope that is constantly under tension. Eventually, its fibers fray and it snaps. But a strength that is balanced by periods of deep rest becomes supple, resilient, and enduring. It is like a rope that is regularly oiled and maintained. It can bear a great load for a very long time without breaking. You have been living the life of the brittle rope, believing that any slackening of tension was a sign of weakness. Tonight, you are learning the wisdom of the supple rope. You are learning that the moments of slack, the moments of rest, of receiving, of being held, are what give you your true, lasting power. This understanding changes your relationship with your own heart. For so long, you may have treated your heart like a tireless workhorse, expecting it to carry emotional burdens endlessly without complaint. From now on, you can begin to treat it like the precious wellspring it is. You can learn to check its water level. You can learn to recognize the signs that it is running low. And most importantly, you can learn to honor its need for the gentle rains of rest before it runs completely dry. Take a moment now for a quiet act of gratitude. Place your hand back on your chest, feeling the gentle rhythm of your own heartbeat. This heart of yours. This is the wellspring. Think of all it has carried for you and for others. Think of the immense love it has poured out. Think of the sorrows it has held, the fears it has weathered, the joys it has celebrated. It has worked so tirelessly. It has been so brave, so generous, so strong. Silently, offer it a moment of deep, heartfelt thanks. Thank you, heart, for carrying so much. Thank you for your endless capacity to love. Thank you for your resilience. I see you. I honor you. And tonight, I will let you rest. I will let the rains come. I will let you be refilled. This is the ultimate act of integration. It is connecting the intellectual understanding of rest with a deep, emotional sense of reverence for your own inner resources. You are not just resting your body, you are tending to the very source of your life force. You are honoring the sacred well within. As you drift closer to sleep, hold this image of the wellspring in your mind. Imagine the gentle, quiet rain falling. See the parched earth around the well slowly becoming soft and dark with moisture. Feel the slow, patient process of replenishment. There is nothing for you to do to make it happen. You only need to be still and allow it. This is the gift you are giving yourself. The gift of a full well. The gift of clear, cool water. The gift of a strength that is sustainable, resilient, and deeply, wisely rooted in the rhythms of rest and renewal. Your heart knows how to heal. Your soul knows how to be refilled. Your only job is to provide the conditions, the safety, the quiet, and the permission. You are doing that perfectly, right now. Just by being here, just by listening, just by resting. The healing is already underway, and now the gentle drift begins. The time for conscious thought, for analysis and understanding is coming to a close. You have done the beautiful, necessary work of acknowledging your day, honoring your feelings, and reframing your strength. You have planted the seeds of a new, more compassionate way of being with yourself. Now, it is time to let those seeds rest in the dark, fertile soil of sleep, where they can germinate and grow without any effort from you. So, we will begin to release the part of your mind that has been so engaged, so active. Your analytical, problem-solving mind. It is a brilliant and powerful tool. It has served you magnificently all day, navigating complexities, making decisions, keeping everything on track. It is like a master strategist, always thinking 3 steps ahead. But even the most brilliant strategist needs to go off duty. Even the most powerful computer needs to be shut down to prevent overheating. Give your thinking mind explicit permission to sign off for the night. You can imagine a gentle, loving manager coming to the door of your mind's office and saying, "That's enough for today. You've done excellent work. The rest of the team will take it from here. Go home. Rest." The rest of the team is your body's innate wisdom, your subconscious mind, and the deep, restorative power of sleep. They are more than capable of handling the night shift. You can trust them. Your conscious mind does not need to supervise this process. Its job is done. As you give this permission, you may notice the stream of thoughts beginning to slow down. They may become less organized, more random. This is a good sign. It's the sign that the mind is beginning to yield to the body's deep need for rest. Don't fight any lingering thoughts that pop up. Just see them as the last few employees leaving the office, turning off the lights as they go. Nod to them and let them drift away. There is nothing that needs to be solved right now. Nothing that needs to be remembered. Anything important will still be there in the morning, ready to be met by a mind that is clear, refreshed, and restored. As the mind grows quieter, let your awareness drop more fully into the sensations of your body. Deepen the sensation of gravity, that gentle, reassuring pull we felt earlier. Imagine it is a soft but irresistible force, lovingly drawing you down, down, down into the mattress. With every exhale, you sink a little deeper. Sinking is a form of surrender. You are surrendering the effort of holding yourself up, of keeping yourself on the surface of things. You are allowing yourself to be submerged in the deep, quiet ocean of rest. Feel the weight of your limbs. Let them be heavy, as if made of lead. Heavy legs, heavy arms, a heavy head. This heaviness is not a burden. It is a comfort. It is the feeling of being utterly, completely grounded and at rest. The mattress and gravity are doing all the work now. You are simply along for the ride. The words you are hearing now will begin to change. They will become simpler, softer. Their purpose is no longer to guide your thoughts, but to become part of the soundscape of your descent into sleep. They are whispers on the edge of your awareness. They are like a gentle tide washing over you, each wave pulling you a little further from the shore of wakefulness. Just let the sounds wash over you. There is no need to hold on to the meaning of the words. Let them become a soothing, rhythmic murmur, a lullaby, drifting and sinking, sinking and floating. A gentle, easy letting go. The pull of sleep is a natural force, like the pull of the moon on the tides. You don't have to force it or chase it. You only need to allow it, to stop resisting it. It is here for you. It has been waiting patiently for you all day. And now you are ready to receive it. Feel the warmth that is spreading through your body. Perhaps it started in your feet and is slowly rising up through your legs. A pleasant, liquid warmth. A sign that your blood vessels are dilating, your muscles are relaxing, and your body is preparing for deep, restorative sleep. Let the warmth spread into your belly, up into your chest, out through your arms and into your fingertips. A warm, heavy, deeply relaxed feeling. This is the feeling of your body saying yes to rest, yes to letting go, yes to the healing that comes only in the depths of sleep. Your breathing is slow and regular now. Each breath is a soft wave, rising and falling, carrying you deeper and deeper into tranquility. There is nothing more for you to do, nothing at all. Just allow this gentle drift to continue. Allow the spaces between the words to grow longer. Allow your awareness to become diffuse, like soft focus in a camera. The sharp edges of the day are dissolving. The boundaries between you and the bed, between you and the darkness, are beginning to blur. You are becoming one with the peace that surrounds you. You are held. You are safe. You are so very tired, in the most beautiful and ready way. And sleep is coming to you now, a welcome, gentle friend, coming to take your hand and lead you into the quiet lands of dreams and restoration. Just allow, just rest, just drift. Heavy and warm, calm, and so very peaceful. Nothing to do, nowhere to go, just this. Sinking softly, deeper and deeper. The day is done. You are done. It is time. Time to sleep. And as you continue to drift, let us create, in your imagination, a space of total, impenetrable safety. A place where you can be completely at ease, where every last trace of vigilance can be released. Imagine a cocoon of light forming around you. Perhaps it is a soft, golden light, like warm honey, or maybe a shimmering, silver blue light, like moonlight on calm water. Choose the color that feels most comforting, most protective to you. See this beautiful light beginning to glow softly at the core of your being, in your heart center. And with each gentle breath, See it expanding outwards. It fills your entire body, making every cell feel safe and peaceful. And then it expands beyond your body, creating a soft, luminous bubble that completely surrounds you, your bed, and the space immediately around you. This cocoon is made of pure, peaceful energy. Nothing can penetrate it. No worries from the outside world. No lingering stresses from the day. No anxious thoughts about tomorrow. They all come to the edge of this gentle light and simply dissolve, like mist in the morning sun. Inside this cocoon, there is only calm. There is only safety. There is only deep, profound peace. This is your personal sanctuary for the night. You are the only one with the key. It is a space created by you, for you. A space of total safety where the deepest kind of rest can finally happen. Feel the reality of this space. Feel the gentle warmth it radiates. Feel the profound sense of security it provides. Your nervous system can finally, completely stand down. The watchtower is empty. The guards have gone home. The gates are sealed not with locks and bars, but with a soft, impenetrable light of peace. Within this safe haven, we will perform one final, gentle act of release. Let's release the day. Imagine the events of the day are like clouds, floating in the sky of your memory. Don't try to analyze them or hold on to them. Just observe them. See a conversation you had, floating by like a wisp of white cloud. See a task you completed, a challenge you faced. See a moment of frustration and a moment of connection. Just watch them as they drift across your inner sky, one by one. And as each cloud reaches the edge of your awareness, watch it drift away, out beyond your cocoon of light, and dissolve into the vastness of the night. You are not erasing the day. You are simply releasing your attachment to it. It is over. It is complete. Its lessons have been absorbed. Its burdens can now be set down. Let them all go. The good, the bad, the triumphs, the mistakes. Release them all with a gentle breath of gratitude for the experience, and let them go. The sky of your mind is becoming clearer and clearer. The clouds are thinning out, drifting away, leaving behind a vast, peaceful, starlit expanse. This is the state of mind that is ready for deep sleep. A mind that is clear, open, and at peace. And as you rest in this clear, safe space, you might notice yourself drifting, that feeling of being on the edge of sleep, that lovely, languid state where thoughts no longer make complete sense, where your body feels both heavy and weightless at the same time. This is the threshold, and you can cross it whenever you are ready. There is nothing more for you to do, no instructions to follow, no effort to make. Just allow, just rest. The journey is complete. You have come home to yourself. You have acknowledged your weariness, honored your feelings, redefined your strength, and given yourself permission to be held. You have done the work. And now, the great reward, the profound, healing gift of sleep. And as you listen to the sound of my voice, you might notice it seems to be coming from further and further away. That's a good sign. It means you are drifting deeper, deeper into your own inner sanctuary, deeper towards the healing embrace of slumber. So just allow yourself to drift on these last few words. Let them be the gentle current that carries your boat out into the calm, quiet, peaceful sea of sleep. You are safe. You are held. You are completely ready to rest now. There is nothing to hold on to, nothing to figure out, nothing at all to do, but to let go. And as you let go, you might notice yourself drifting off, even before these words are finished. And that's perfectly okay. Sleep is here. It is a gentle presence, a loving friend. It is here to take you, to hold you, to restore you. So go with it. Surrender to its sweet embrace. You are safe to rest now. So deeply, wonderfully safe. The day is gone. The night is here. And all that is left is peace. Deep, quiet, boundless peace. In the coming of sleep. Allow it to come. Welcome it. You are ready. Sleep now. Rest now. Peace. Sleep is here to hold you now. It is not something you must chase or capture. It is a presence that arrives, like the moon rising in the night sky. It happens naturally, gracefully, when the conditions are right. And tonight, you have made the conditions right. You have quieted the inner storms. You have unburdened your heart. You have made a safe and sacred space. Now, all you have to do is receive this final, beautiful gift of the day. Imagine sleep as a deep, calm, indigo ocean. You have been standing at its shore, letting the gentle waves of relaxation wash over your feet. Now, you are ready to let the water lift you, to surrender to its buoyancy, to be carried out into its silent, peaceful depths. There is no struggle. There is only the feeling of being held, of being moved by a force that is vast, ancient, and deeply intelligent. This ocean of sleep knows exactly what you need. It is a place of profound restoration. As you drift within it, a quiet, miraculous alchemy begins to unfold. Your body, released from the demands of the day, can finally turn to its own deep healing. Cells are repaired. Tissues are renewed. Energy is restored to tired muscles. This is a wisdom your body has always possessed. You don't have to direct it or even understand it. You only need to provide the stillness, and the body knows what to do. Your mind, too, is being restored. The vast network of your brain is gently being cleansed. Memories from the day are sorted and stored, like a diligent librarian organizing the shelves of a great library. Emotional charges are neutralized. New pathways of understanding, born from the insights you've had tonight, are being strengthened. You are not the same person who lay down in this bed. You have planted seeds of self-compassion, and now, in the fertile darkness of sleep, they are taking root. And your spirit, your soul, your deepest essence, it too is being nourished. In the great quiet of sleep, you return to your source. You reconnect with the wellspring of your being, drawing in the peace and resilience you will need for the coming day. Sleep is not an absence, an empty void. It is a full and vibrant inner world of healing and becoming. You are being remade. You are being renewed. What a profound act of trust it is to surrender to this process, to let go of the conscious, controlling self and allow this deeper, wiser intelligence to take over. Every night, we practice this small act of faith. We let go of the world we know and drift into the mystery. And every morning, we are returned to the shore, reborn. Tonight, as you complete this surrender, know that you are deeply cared for. You are held by your bed, by the quiet room, by the gentle darkness. You are held by the unwavering force of gravity. And you are held by your own deep loving intention to finally give yourself the rest you so richly deserve. The strength you have sought for so long is not found in endless effort. It is found here, in this complete and total surrender. It is the strength of the winter field, gathering its power in the quiet and the dark. It is the strength of the ocean, whose great power comes from its depths. You are gathering your power now. You are returning to your depths. The person who has held it all together for everyone else is now finally being held. There is a beautiful symmetry to that, a perfect closing circle. As these words fade, let them be a final, gentle reassurance, a whisper that stays with you as you cross the threshold fully into sleep. You are held. You are cared for. You are completely safe to sleep. There is nothing more to do, nothing more to hear. The journey for tonight is over. Only rest remains. Deep, peaceful, restorative rest. Sleep now. Deep, peaceful sleep.